Heart Centre to create freedom in the front body and just a general sense of lightness and joy. Good. We start sitting down on our mats. So take a moment to find your comfy place. If that means you need to press pause and do that, absolutely fine. Just make sure you're sitting comfortable, somewhere you can sit with your spine long, shoulders back and down. And we'll bring the hands together at the heart centre, so we'll just create a little bit of heat by rubbing the palms together. And today we'll just bring the left hand to the heart and the right hand on top. And spend a few moments with the body softly moving under the hands as you breathe in and as you breathe out. So imagine your heart centre is opening to receive as you breathe in. Everything that is good, all that you need, comes in with that breath. Then as you breathe out, just hold on to that goodness, that nurturing. So fill your heart as you inhale. And then just simply let your breath go. Notice that the back body also expands, so the space between the shoulder blades opening to receive the back of the heart. And simply let your breath go. Notice how centering the mind, bringing the mind onto this one thing, helps to bring a sense, a feeling of calmness, of contentment. Well done. So gently release your hands from your heart centre. Okay, so this is the heart chakra, the 1, 2, 3, 4th chakra. That shouldn't have been as hard as I made it. And its colour is represented by the colour green. So you can have the green, whatever shade of green you wish to bring to your mind can be with you during the whole of your time with me today. We'll be using breath of fire a couple of times, so that's when we kind of pump the belly, if you like, but it's sniffing in and out of the nose. So we'll have a go at that now, just as a little bit of a practice, just settling myself back down into a comfortable seated position. Okay, so we'll just start to breathe in and out through the nose. So it's more of a conscious sniff in, sniff out. And let your belly inhale as you breathe in, navel to spine as you breathe out. So all the action's going on here. Your shoulders relaxed, your chest is uninvolved. You can sometimes bring the whole body into this movement, so just focus here. That's a nice pace to work at, but if you know you can go a little bit more quickly, then you can go a little bit more quickly. It's not really suitable if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or or if you're pregnant actually. So you can keep it at this slow pace. Otherwise, you can make the sniffing in and out a little shallower. So you can increase your tempo. And over time, your tempo will build. But try not to push yourself right to that faster pace as soon as you start if you're not familiar with the practice. Okay, good. So we're going to start comfortable seated position, an easy pose if you can fold your legs in front of each other. If not, one leg crossed in front of the other. We're just going to kind of go from sort of circle this way. So you're going to keep the spine long as you move around to the left, forwards, around to the right, and just lean back a little bit. So just working on that base chakra here. The very first one. Like anything else, if you want to work in a particular area of your body, you normally have to prepare that area and perhaps have other areas of your body also prepared. So for instance, if you're going to work with back bends, you wouldn't just bend backwards, you'd also open up perhaps the front of the hips, the front of the thighs, to facilitate that backwards movement of the body. Good, change direction. So what we're doing here is preparing the body to move the energy upwards towards the heart. So creating a little bit of a pathway for it to do that by making sure that the lower chakras, the lower energy centers, are open and receptive to the movement of energy through and beyond them. Okay, good. Change direction again. And you can increase your pace if you like. And change direction one more time. Good, so stay at the tempo that works for you. Good, now coming back to the centre, we're going to work with breath of fire. Curl your fingers into the base of your knuckles, so rather than fingers to the hand, to the palm, base of the knuckles, thumbs point up. We extend the arms to this angle, and the thumbs are also sort of, they would come together if you brought your arms up. Good. Now when you're ready, relax your shoulders and release your shoulder blades down your back. Good. Now you can keep your gaze forwards and slightly down, or you can close your eyes. We're going to work with breath of fire here. Either long deep breathing if that's what you'd rather work with and you know breath of fire isn't for you, or come along with me. Here we go. So keep going with whatever you're working. Make sure your arms feel like they're floating in the air. Do your best to keep them in place. Well done, keep going. Keep smiling, keep breathing. Well done, last few seconds. Good, breathe in here. Hold your arms in the place they are as you exhale. Breathe in again. Then as you breathe out, release your hands on top of your shoulders, elbows out in line with the shoulders. Breathe into the left, exhale to the right. Eyes can be closed or open. Make sure you take your head with you as you twist from side to side. And by that I mean, rather than just keeping your head looking forwards, let your head turn to the left and to the right as your shoulders and arms do. Good. Few more. 3, 2, 1. Come to the center. As much as you'd like to drop your arms, just unfurl them so they're in line with your shoulders. Close your eyes. Long, deep breathing. So there is a challenge here, of course, the act of holding the arms out. This works on the heart chakra, the energy center in that area of the body. It also kind of works on the sort of solar plexus area because it's where your willpower is seated. So you really have to work with that energy center to promote this kind of, I don't like to use the word endurance here, but to give you the confidence and strength to stay and hold as you breathe. Palms face the sky. So have the idea that the muscles are melting away from the bones, and also try and avoid kind of pulling your shoulders up to your ears, so shoulders are back and down, even with the arms extended. There are many sensations that build here, the shoulders, the arms, that voice in your head. Okay, so we don't allow the mind to interfere. Well done, stay strong. And let your breath flow gently in and out of the nose. About 30 more seconds. If you'd like to turn your head from side to side, that's absolutely fine. Try not to let the arms droop or drop. You can keep a softness to the elbows, but they're still more or less in line with the shoulders. Last 10 seconds, well done. Well done. Now as you inhale, take your arms up by your ears. Then as you breathe out, turn your palms away, and as slowly as you can, avoiding the temptation to rush the movement for the comfort of the shoulders and arms, you're kind of expanding your aura here, so your little bubble of protection. Take your time to really support that area of your body here. And just let your hands gently touch down, just to ground you back down. Good. And then bringing your hands, I'll turn sideways, bringing your hands to your front shin. We're just going to work with cat-cow. So this is this movement of the spine, leading with the heart center, but the chin stays parallel to the floor. So you breathe in here and breathe out here. In and out. So think of the front of the heart opening as you breathe in, and the back of the heart opening as you breathe out. Sometimes the back of the heart is associated with the past, so what's happened in our past lives or this current life, and as we open that area, we can let all that stuff go. Good. And you can move at a pace that works for you. You can speed it up, but just make sure you're not flip-flopping your head up and down, so your neck is nice and relaxed and uninvolved. Well done, a few more seconds. Good, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, well done. So take your hands behind you, stretch out your legs. Good. And lift your chest. Head back as long as that suits your now. And feel as if your breastbone, your sternum, your chest is being lifted up by a piece of string. Feel that expansion. Press the floor away with your hands. Lift your chest. Well done. Gently support the movement of the head back to that upright position. Release your hands. Good. And then from this position, we're coming to Dandasana, which is legs long on the mat as they were a moment ago, but we're going to consciously bring them together. We're trying to bring a contact, a connection between the inner ankles and the thighs. So depending on your anatomy and your shape, that will depend on how much contact you get with the inside of your legs. But think inner ankles, maybe the calves, depending again on your calf muscle shape and size, maybe the upper thighs, the inner thighs, again, same thing. Whether you're quite a muscular build, or if you're slim, you may find you've got that little gap. But the idea is we're squeezing as if we had contact in those areas. Good. Shoulders up, back and down. Crown up. Long side waist. Fingertips to the floor or palms flat. So use the action of pressing down through your fingertips or through the palms to keep them through the spine, crown of the head pressing up. Chin is parallel to the thighs. Done. It's quite a difficult posture to sustain. It's stronger than you think, particularly if you've got that action going on in the legs. Just check you haven't just kind of relaxed and flopped through the legs. Keep the legs really active the whole time. Well done. So we're going to move from Dandasana to table, bringing the hands a little further forwards. We're going to breathe in to this position and breathe out back where we came from. Okay? So just remember just to move at your own pace. So breathing in and breathing out. Option with the head as always, breathe in. Maybe chin stays parallel so nothing is happening in the head and neck. Or breathe in, head back. Exhale, return to your upright position. Breathing in and breathing out. Soft touch down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Well done. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. We'll come up. We'll just hold. Hold in that up position. Head back or chin parallel. It's not squashed into your chest. You've got that nice little cushion there between your chest and your chin. So looking forwards, or maybe looking back. Close your eyes if you prefer. Well done. Slowly come back to your Dandasana. Go back to that active leg position again, shoulders up, back and down. Well done. So from the floor, we're going to open the legs into a wide V. This is a little bit of a challenge. It doesn't look as if it is, but it is a little bit of a challenge. We're going to use the hands to press down into the floor. And maybe you might find you'll lean forwards a little bit so you can get lift up and then just drop down. Okay, so you're really letting, this is the movement. You can probably hear the thud. All right, so we're going to do that. It's quite strong on the inner thighs, so take it gently. If you find lifting a challenge, just lean forwards and backwards. Lean into the weight of the hands. All right, and the legs can be soft, they don't have to be rigid. We're just going to lift. Har, hari. Okay, har, hari. Har, hari. Har, hari. H-A-R, H-A-R-I. All right, har, hari. 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 Keep going. Har, hari. Har, hari. Har, hari. Har, hari. Work at your own pace. Har, hari. 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 One more. Har, hari. Well done. Good. Bring the legs forwards. Soft fold over those legs. Let that little mantra go. Connected to the heart, Har Hari. Well done. So we're going to flip right over onto our tummies for Cobra up and downs. If you find it too much, you can work again at your own pace. You can just do Sphinx. So this is Sphinx. You're on your forearms, elbows under your shoulders. You can lift the head and then just lower the chin. So lifting creates a bit more length on the body and back where you came from. Otherwise, hands come a little further back. Good. We're going to press the tops of the feet into the floor. You breathe in up, exhale down. All right? You breathe in, eyes open, exhale, eyes closed. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Well done. Again, move at your own pace. Keep those feet pressing, well done. Last one. Good, rest. Stack your hands on top of each other. Forehead on top of your hands. Maybe bend the legs. A little windscreen wiper of the feet and legs from side to side. And let your legs rest on your mat. Good. From here we're going to transition to downward dog. So press to your hands and knees and make your way, excuse me, I'm just adjusting my clothes, to downward dog. So just see how it feels when you get to downward dog. Maybe you'd like to pedal your dog or walk your dog. Good. Now from here we're going to come to warrior one. So right leg up as you breathe in, or keep your foot down. Look forwards and step your right foot to your right hand. Back heel touches down, hands to the waist as you come up. Good. So we're starting with the hands on the waist. We're going to make sure that the rib cage is supporting us, navel to spine. Nice bend in that front leg. Just check that knee and ankle position. Back leg is really strong, so press down through that back foot, encouraging the outer edge of the back foot to connect to your mat. Good. So we're going to sweep the arms forwards and up as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, turn your hands so the little fingers point towards each other. You've got that strong rotation through the shoulders. Good, now as you exhale, take your arms out to the side, back behind you, maybe opposite hand to opposite elbow or reverse prayer. I'll just show you that. Good, reverse prayer. So opening through that heart center, imagine you're breathing here. Every time you breathe in, you're breathing in here. And maybe as you breathe out, you're letting your breath go through the back of the heart, releasing anything you no longer need, anything that doesn't serve you. All that rubbish stuff we hold on to try and always chastise ourselves. Should have done better, should have tried harder. Well, I think if you revisit some of those situations, you realise you did try your best and you did try your hardest. Well done. Good, so from here, the back heel is going to come up. So we're in reverse prayer and a high lunge. We're going to do warrior three. So hop that back foot forwards. Keep that right knee quite soft and buoyant. As you tip forwards, maybe expressing the full pose. Maybe just staying with the back toes, just lightly tipping and touching onto the mat. Stretch to the back of the mat with the left foot. Keep the heel high, maybe walk your foot a bit further back. Then breathe and release the arms out and our palms facing now. Beautiful back bend. Reach back a little bit more. Then exhale your hands to the floor and step back to downward dog one more time. Well done. So you may find you can settle into stillness now in downward dog. Or you may find that the backs of the legs are still a little bit chatty. So keeping moving your spine, maybe take your feet a bit wider, that's nice for the backs of the legs if they're a bit tight. Then we do the other side. So as you breathe in, left leg lifts or not. Exhale, step your left foot towards your left hand. Back heel, just spin on the ball of that back foot to get that heel to touch down. It sort of points to the centre. If you have the centre line down your mat, that's where your heel might touch or point to. Good. Coming up with your hands on your hips, on your waist, turning as much as your body and anatomy and all that stuff that I always charm on about allows you to. So never force yourself to be somewhere that your body isn't suitable for. Good. Well done. So we reach the arms forward and up, breathe in, and we turn the hands again. So probably palms are back behind you as your little fingers point towards each other. Watch that rib cage, draw it in. That's it, good. Then circle the arms out to the side, breathing in, exhale to reverse prayer. So warrior one, in reverse prayer, in through the heart, front of the heart, out through the back of the heart. One more breath here. Good, then we allow that back heel to lift, so we're in a high lunge in reverse prayer. Then we tap the back foot forwards. We soften that left knee as we release the right foot, maybe just onto the tip of the right big toe. Maybe both legs are bent, or maybe you can express your full pose. We don't hold it long as we reach to the back of the mat with that right foot, touch it down, walk it a little bit further back, keep the heel up. As you breathe in, release your arms out and up. Little bit of a V in the arms, little bit of a back bend, press away through that right heel before releasing your hands to the floor. Step back to downward dog and then gently release your knees and come into your child's pose. So I'll sit up as you continue to rest in your child's pose. Take a few breaths. Be particularly aware of the back of the heart here, the space between the shoulder blades as you let your breath go. A nice, easy breath. Good. Then coming up from child's pose to sit on your heels. If that doesn't work, sit on your bottom. We're going to work with that little sound again. Har, har, hari. Har, har, hari. So 2 hars this time. And then hari. We'll be using an arm action. We'll make a soft fist with the hands. Usually that is good if you put your thumb on the inside. It's less easy to be aggressive. It's quite an aggressive thing to do, make a fist with your hand, and you probably feel as you do that, it makes you feel a little bit different. So to make it, I call this a yoga fist. Thumb to the base with a little finger, 4 fingers curl around the thumb. It just doesn't evoke the same response, which is good. So what we're going to do is left arm, right arm, both together. So it's har, har, hari, har, har, hari. And that's the movement. You don't have to work at that pace if that's not your thing. But we'll start slowly and I'll gradually and incrementally just get quicker and you just stay at the pace that works for you. Okay, good. So fist to the shoulders, left arm, har, right arm, har, both, hari. Har, har, 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 hari. Keep going. Har, har, hari. 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 Last one. Har, har, hari. Hold your arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out here. Breathing in. Exhale, release your arms just so that fists are in line with the shoulders again. So we're going to do the same action, same movement, but arms coming forwards instead of up. So left arm, right arm, both. So it's har, har, hari. Okay, so join me when you're ready. Har, har, hari. 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 har har hari, 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 har har hari. Last one, well done. Release your arms out in line with your shoulders, palms face the sky. Just repeating what we did right at the beginning of our practice. We haven't got quite the long hold that we had at the start. Exhale, good. So slide off your heels if that's where you are, and extend your legs out along your mat. So going back to our Dandasana, upward table, so staff pose here to upward table, but just adding a forward fold to that movement. So it's just a couple of extra breaths. Good, here we go. So keeping your hands on the floor the whole time is fine, by the way. You don't have to lift your arms by your ears. So shoulders up, back and down. Good. Good. Breathe in, arms forwards and up. Exhale as you come forwards over your legs. Now, as you breathe in, slide your hands back, 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 back. Maybe a little bit, just fingers just by the bottom, coming up into table. And breathe out, bring your hips back between your hands. So you're back where you started, okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Well done. In, out. In, out. I'm moving up my mat. In, out. In, out. Remember to adjust the head position to where you'd like to work as you come up into upward table. You can let your head hang back, or you can keep your chin in that parallel position. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. 3 more. Spread your fingers as you lift and press the floor away with your hands. Keep those legs active, squeeze them together like we did right at the beginning of our time together. Last one, here we go, breathing in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the legs, breathe out. Now really work with keeping the legs glued together as you come up into your table. We're going to hold it here, chin parallel or head back. Press the floor away with your hands, engage your glutes, so your buttock muscles, squeeze them to support the hip lift. And when you're ready, slowly, you can rock down to the floor if you like. Good. From there, walk your feet towards you. Give yourself a big hug, wrap your arms around your knees. Maybe forehead on your knees, maybe not. Take your awareness into the back body here, the space between your shoulder blades again. Well done. From here, you can either work with bent legs or legs straight. We're going to come all the way down. Actually, we have bent legs because we're going to come into bridge. So let's extend the arms or walk your hands back, keeping on the mat, shoulders back and down. We're going to keep your feet flat as we release the spine back down onto the mat. You'll walk your heels towards your bottom. Now everybody is really different here, so please don't go for the heel grab or the front of the ankle grab. It is not your thing. So you can have your arms by your side and simply press your hands, your forearms into the floor to help you stay up, right? Or, depending on your flexibility, you can walk and hold onto the, so have hold of the front of your ankles. Okay, your feet will still be flat. This feels a bit weird when you come up, but once you're up, you're okay. Wherever you are, just going to hold bridge. So holding the ankles, maybe the hands are on the floor. The neck is comfortable wherever you are. You've still got that imaginary cushion of air between your chin and your chest. So avoiding that chin lock. So not looking to engage Jalandhara Bandha, which is the chin lock at this moment. Close your eyes. If you've got hold of your ankles at any time, you feel you need to release and just come back with your arms and hands on the floor, just do that whenever you feel that's right for you. So really being aware of the breath coming into the heart centre. It's as if you're actually physically breathing into that space. Imagine you had a huge set of nostrils there. Breathe in and feed your heart with prana, life force. Then as you next release the breath while you're in bridge, and then come down while you're on empty. Rather than bringing the knees onto your chest, just hang it here for a moment, tend to your knees, walk your feet a bit wider, palms face the sky, just have a little roll of the head from side to side. And then heel toe your feet together and pop your knees on your chest. Well done. From the floor, we're going to come up to a comfortable seated position. So take your time. Sometimes holding onto the back of the knees and rocking on the spine helps you come up. Good. So just going to work with Satanama. Satanama. Some of you have shared this with me before. S-A-T-A-N-A-M-A. Birth, life, death, rebirth. That's what it represents. It's the circle of life. Thumb to index finger, sa. Thumb to tip of middle finger, ta. Thumb to tip of fourth finger, na. Thumb tip to tip of middle finger, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Okay. So you're going to roll shoulders up, back and down. If you'd rather internalise the sound, you can. You don't have to repeat it out loud. But if possible, just hear the little mantra. We're going to let the arms just be in the air. So rather than resting them on the knees, they're floating in the air. Let's have the palms up so we're open again to receive. We're just going to repeat it 4 times, fairly loudly. 4 times as a whisper, 4 times silently to ourselves, 4 times to a whisper, and 4 times again in that kind of normal, slightly louder voice. Okay. Here we go. Take a breath in and a breath out. Close your eyes as we begin. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Whisper. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. 4 times to yourself. Keep your fingers moving as if you were repeating those 4 little words. Begin to whisper your mantra again. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta. Now your normal but slightly louder voice. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Last one. Sa, ta, na, ma. Take a breath in. Release your fingers and your thumbs from each other. Exhale with your arms in this up position. Take another breath in. Release your hands down onto your thighs. Well done. So coming back down onto the mat again. Once again, let's have the legs bent. We're going to roll down. Once you're done, you can work with your arms off the floor, or you can tuck your hands under your buttocks. So we're going to do stretch pose with breath of fire, not for long, for about 15 seconds, okay? So just 15 seconds. Wherever you are, we'll just start moving together, and you can complete as much as you feel like doing. So arms by your side or hands underneath the buttocks. As you lift the head, you bring your chin to your chest. Good. Then you maybe lift a tiny bit higher so you're on the tip of your shoulder blades, navel to spine. And you can lift one leg, and I'll prompt you to switch, or you can lift both. Arms are here. All right, so either, or. Good. So find your position and begin breath of fire. Change legs if you're doing single legs. Breathe in, hold. Exhale, hold. Breathe in and slowly release down. Well done. Let's find Shavasana. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Your arms release. Palms face the sky. Notice the weight of your limbs. Your legs heavy. Your arms heavy. And the weight of your head as you gently roll it from side to side. Bringing your head back to the center. Your focus is still on the heart center, so as you breathe in and out, imagine you have that special set of nostrils there at the heart center. So as you breathe in, you breathe fully and completely into your heart. And notice as you breathe out that the back of your heart is pressing a little bit against your mat. Release your breath through that space and down into the earth beneath you. So everything that you don't need is kind of neutralized and absorbed by the earth. So take your breath in through the heart, fill it completely and release it through the back of the heart. Notice as you do that, there's a sensation of lightness building in the physical and emotional body as you continue to let go with every exhalation, surrendering yourself to your breath. After your next exhalation, take a deep inhale into your heart. Feel as if your heart is waking up from a deep sleep. And notice the joyousness within that breath as you let your breath go through your mouth, holding on to that joy. Take a moment to bring your knees onto your chest, a little rock from side to side, maybe holding onto the backs of the legs as you come up to your comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at your heart center. So I'd like to end our practice today with Sat Nam. Truth is my name. Understanding that whatever you've done today on your mat is exactly what you needed. So until the next time, notice how I snuck those little mantras in today. I hope you enjoyed them anyway, so until the next time, namaste.